Definitely not the way you like to start out the week with some bread. I obviously hoped it was going to be a little bit better, but we kind of know what we're waiting for. We're just following all these same formations. You guys can see that SHIB is in fact playing out into this big bull flag still. BTC still playing out into its trend. And this is all just on anticipation of this news coming in the middle of the week. For those who aren't aware, on Wednesday, we have our FOMC meeting. We're going to find out what the Fed is going to be doing to tackle inflation. Are they going to raise rates? Are they going to keep the path the same? Are they going to, defer any interest rate decreases? That's the big question. That's why the market is doing what it's been doing over the last probably week and a half or so. Now, what I have to say is this. When it comes to SHIB, really any asset, the bigger these bull flags play out like we're in right now, the more explosive of a move you can have to the upside once we do in fact break. We had a slight break here back on the start of last week, but then we just kind of subsequently fell back down and fell back into our trend. We were kind of trickling along the top here, looking good, but we broke our support at 4024 last night. So right now we're kind of floating in no man's land down below here. And we're showing a little bit of strength here. So hopefully this just catches and bounces right here. And maybe this is just a wick. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. But what I want to say is this. I'm liking how this formation is playing out. And if you guys haven't noticed, Shiba Inu does in fact want to break to the upside. We've only tested the bottom. Wow. We've only tested the bottom 1, 2, 3 times. And every single time it's done it, it's been on a bad news catalyst in the market. It has had nothing to do with Shiba Inu itself. That is when BTC has made some bearish moves and pushed to the downside. All right. Now what we're seeing is that SHIB is in fact wanting to push to the top and test this top trend many times. You guys can see that it's trickled along here. It's broken out before. It wants to move to the upside, but we're just dealing with this correlation that is stuck with BTC. And right now, BTC again is just following its downtrend. We're following this trend to the downside. We do have some short-term bearish momentum in terms of BTC, which hopefully does flip around here soon. This is the first bearish momentum we've had on BTC since back in January. You guys can see what happened. That was kind of our point where we did in fact drop and just had a hard bounce off there. And you guys can see this run that came following that. Now, obviously, this was a little bit different times. I believe this was just after the announcement. Yeah, because this was the announcement of spot Bitcoin ETFs here. And you guys can see that we dealt with some of that early GBTC selling, and then eventually we just rocketed out of there. I'm not saying that the exact same thing is going to happen here, but it's possible. People have touted this as a bull flag for BTC as well. It kind of is. It's kind of a weird, wonky formation, but know this, guys, demand is still here. Demand is still going to be coming. All that capital has been positioned to buy. It's just waiting for this break point in the market. This is why patience is important. You got to kind of let things play out. And what I have to remind people of is right now, if we're getting drops, these are big opportunities to add to your bag. We know where price has been recently in terms of Shiba Inu. Right now, for example, price is at 4023. Just recently, it was at 4028. That is a very nice discount on here. In fact, it's a what? Oops, if I could draw. That's what, a 20% discount or so? 16% discount. So that's the point I want to make. Just got to be patient. Got to let these things play out. Eventually, the bullishness will re-kick in. The market will start moving again. It's just a question of when. So I appreciate you guys as always. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully we do get some of this positive news on Wednesday, but we'll see what happens. Have a great day. Show your love below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.